Thank you for coming. Today I am so happy to be here to introduce and share the richness of Japanese culture with you all. I'd like to introduce myself briefly. My name is Sakurai Takako. I live in Tokyo as a dance critic. Well, let's get started. First of all, I'd like to talk about the history of general idea of Nihon Buyo. Nihon Buyo means Japanese dance. It's not a folklore entertainment, but refined performing art on a stage to be shown to the audience. Nihon Buyo took in the essence of Japanese traditional culture, such as kabuki, no tea ceremony, as well as various performing arts. Earlier the Nihon Buyo, like this gagaku, no kagura. Therefore, Nihon Buyo can be called a composite of Japanese performing arts from ancient to modern times. When we trace the origin of Nihon Buyo, kabuki occupies an important element. Actually, most of the classic programs of Nihon Buyo are kabuki dance, that is, dances based in kabuki plays. So, knowing about kabuki dance is very important to understand Nihon Buyo. It is said kabuki was originally started in 1603 by a woman dancer named Izumo no Okuni. In this so-called kabuki odori, the women dancers were eccentrically dressed and sensually performed like singing and dancing showgirls. The performance was accompanied by shamisen, which was at that time the latest foreign musical instrument with strings. This era was the beginning of peaceful Edo period after 1 century-long civil war age. So such a female dance became very popular among the common people. Such female dances depicted, for example, women wearing man clothes and going to see a prostitute or various love affairs, and so on. But after a while, the Tokugawa shogunate government feared for the people's morality, including dancers' prostitution, and prohibited women from performing in public. I'm sorry. Yes. She's Izumo no Okuni. Here. However, the people's desire for watching such a kabuki dance was so huge that youth kabuki by teenager boys, wakashu kabuki in Japanese, was born. Wakashu kabuki. There is wakashu kabuki. Young teenagers. Yes. However, again, it was banned by government for the same reason. After that, kabuki played by adult men only was created. Yaro kabuki in Japanese. But the themes of performances were strictly regulated and controlled by the government. There is yellow kabuki, adult men only. All of them adult men. Yeah. Therefore, earlier kabuki dances motif such as romance between men and women disappeared. As a result, for motif, only plain daily life was okay. It resulted in a theater drama. In such drama plays, female characters are necessary, and male actors had to play the female parts too. Now here, a kabuki female role actors was created. That is onnagata in Japanese, which is one of the most remarkable features of kabuki. Onnagata, he is man, but role actor, female role actor. Various male actors devised to make a lot more feminine and graceful. Their effort led to ingenious techniques which attracted more audiences. On the other hand, audiences asked for dance as a relaxation in a long play. As a result, a dance whose protagonist is a beautiful female character was invented. However, as I said before, gorgeous and erotic dances had already been prohibited. So dance must be shown as a drama's segment. Dance inevitably depicted various actions of everyday life using a pantomime. Such a dance element is called furigoto in Japanese, which is the origin and characteristic of Nihon Buyo. Eventually, these dances took independent position in kabuki, which means a dance drama with dramatic elements. Developed, and one good dancer can perform various roles of both genders by turns. Dance performed by kabuki male actor gradually split as learning among common people and children in the 18th century, and dance teachers as a job emerged. Early in the 20th century, finally the name Nihon Buyo was created, and it has been going its own way and to the present. So far, I hope you enjoyed such a long history of Nihon Buyo. Now I'm glad to introduce Mr. Fujima Rankoh. He was born in a family of Nihon Buyo dancers. All of his mother and grandmother and great-grandmother were gifted dancers. Especially his grandmother was designated as a living national treasure in Japan. Different from kabuki by all male actors, Nihon Buyo dancers are both genders, male and female. Female dancers perform as a woman or a man, and vice versa. Mr. Fujima Rankoh himself will show you some demonstrations. He is a man, like this, right? But in no time he becomes a lady. Besides, by himself at the same time, he can perform a couple's dating. Like this, see? Next, let us show and tell about some important hand props, such as a folding fan in Nihon Buyo. We can do various expressions with a single fan. In the 8th century, fans were invented in Japan and spread around the world in various shapes. Here is a Maiogi, used in Nihon Buyo. This kind of dance fan is quite different from other kind of fans. The biggest difference is, can you see? Oh, sorry. つかなくなった。Can you see? Lead weights. Fitted at both ends near this point called kaname. This point. I'm sorry. This point kaname. And this is lead weights. Thanks to these weights, it is excellent in stability when we throw and move it. Like this, called kaname gaeshi. Then using this fan, he will show you something examples called mitate in Japanese, which is sort of an expression method unique to Japanese culture. For example, we use something X to represent something Y. In this case, something X is this fan, and something Y are various things. He will show you some. This is like, the movement like this is associated with the mountain, isn't it? Mountain. See? Understand? This is likened to a river. And sea. And wind. This is the wind. And rain. Sorry. Rain. The flows of water. The flow of water, yes. And flower. And flower. Big flower, maybe. And fruit. Fruit. Where? Can you listen? And sake decanter cup. Sake. He drinks. And he and smoke pipe. The writing brush. And paper. This is letter for someone. And sword. And bow and arrow. Danger. Even without a fan, it can be expressed by hand, only hand. Flower. Flower. And smoke pipe again. And by his body itself, something is expressed like this. Can you guess what? It is a big pine tree. These are, sorry. These are all Mitate examples, such an important concept when we talk about Japanese culture. In order to understand and enjoy this, the viewer's imagination is the most essential. Please. Now, he will leave the stage for preparation for his coming performance. Mr. Fujima Rankoh will dance Nihon Buyo's auspicious program titled Matsu no Okina. Matsu means a pine tree. Okina generally means an old man, and also it's a traditionally popular program's title of no play, one of Japanese traditional performing arts. This program's lyrics and music was composed by Kineya Shojiro III, who was a great master of Nagauta, which is one genre of Japanese music with shamisen string instrument. This music's premiere was held in mid-19th century. When the composer visited his rich friend's residence, he was deeply moved and inspired by magnificent garden's landscape, especially the splendid trees scenery and the view of Mount Fuji, seen from there. So he created this song and music. This is influenced by no play performance, such as Okina, old man's dance part at the beginning, represent gravely praying for the whole country's peace. And later Sambaso part is danced rhythmically, praying for the rich harvest. The lyrics are actually inspired by Meiji era's prosperity, civilization, modernization as written in the period. This dance was choreographed by Fujima Ranko's grandmother, Fujima Fujiko. Now, Mr. Fujima Rankoh will dance making the best use of Nihon Buyo's features, that is, by himself also expressing various characters and things, such as an old man, next, the jumping man. Next, Fujima Rankoh explains that many people admire the beauty of that garden. And in the middle with a folding fan, he himself becomes a big pine tree, and then expresses the garden scenery one after another, including the water stream, the wind blowing around the garden, falling leaves, and so on. In the end, the dancer becomes a young man who praises the beauty of the garden. Now, I hope you will enjoy his performance. Thank you very much. So, Danya Badas Garu, and sorry.
よ 来客の皆様、日本舞踊専門家の藤間蘭子様、あと奥様の高子桜井様、ジャパンハバ実行委員長としてみんなに感謝の気持ちを申し上げたいです。So I expressed the gratefulness, the thankfulness that I would like to extend to the Japanese classical dance expert who has graced our Japan Habba all the way from Japan. Give him a big round of applause. Thank you very much for enjoying his great performance. The flexibility and the body movements and the expressions have really mesmerized us. 世界中どの国でも来客の皆様、お客様を楽しませるのは芸能ということです。今日はわざわざ日本からいらっしゃって、ここのバンガロールの国民とここのインド人たちを楽しませてくださったランコ藤間様、奥様の高子桜井様にもう一度心から感謝を申し上げます。I extend warm thanks to the special performers of Japan. Here is a small token of appreciation from the Japan Habba Trust. The audience might be interested how we have felicited the special performers. We have given the special gift of Indian Nataraja, the apt gift for the Japanese performer. Domo arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.